to the AutoX show. Now here's Jared enjoying some wind in the hair motoring in BMW's brand new Z4. Well, in his case, not exactly wind in the hair motoring, but you get my drift.
One of my all-time favorite James Bond movies is GoldenEye. And in that movie, Pierce Brosnan, who plays James Bond, drove the BMW Z3. That was my first introduction to the car, and I absolutely loved it. Well, here we are, 22 years later, and BMW has just launched the brand new Z4 in India. This one is actually an updated model. The previous model we did drive about 5 years ago, and I wasn't too impressed with the car. But this one has got a massive change to it. The only thing it does share with that car, though, is that this is rear-wheel drive and the engine is mounted up front. This new BMW Z4 shares a lot with the Toyota Supra as well. So you can imagine there's been a lot that's gone into this car. Well, it's beautiful weather right now. We've got a nice convertible with us. We're going to take the roof off right now. There we go. Just the press of a button. And we're going to get in this car and we're going to see just how fun this open-top roadster is going to be. So, the brand new BMW Z4 is actually a soft top compared to the old one, which is a hard top. And this car is actually very good looking. It's got a shorter wheelbase, but it has a nice, very low slung body. It's got a brand new front end, and it's also got a brand new rear end. A lot of new designs have been added in, but still, it looks pretty much like the original Z4 as well. But this one does get a lot more in terms of aerodynamics. The front is very nice. It's got a lot of nice air vents and slits, and then of course the hood has got nice cuts in it. And when you move towards the rear, you also see a lot of that muscle in this car. It is kind of small though, but that's okay. This is a roadster. It's meant to be like that. Now this car obviously looks really hot in this red color. And I also like the nice massive rims. However, I do think the calipers could have been painted red or white to match with the color contrast. The blue ones just don't go well. But overall, the design is very nice. It's very attractive. And wherever we drive this car, everyone's looking at it. And that's obviously because when the top is down, this car looks absolutely stunning. So, as you would expect, the overall quality of the cabin is very nice. This is a BMW after all. It's got a very nice premium feel. The overall dash layout is very nice, very clean. Typical BMW style. I like the way all the little details are. Very nice for a roadster. Obviously, the interiors are cramped a little bit, but you can't complain. This is a two-seater. And it's got decent storage compartments, not the best. You've just got one up here. You can open up this and you've got two cup holders, something for your USB charger, phone, and you've got a net back over there. But overall, there are a lot of features in this car. And as you would expect, it's got BMW Connected Drive, it's got Apple Play, and it's also got wireless charging here. The steering wheel is nice and sporty, and it's got a very nice 10.5-inch infotainment system, which is touchscreen. The instrument cluster is also digital, and it displays everything you want to know. And overall, it's just a very nice feel of the car. The seats are very supportive, and it feels like a proper sports car, but of course with that sporty touch. It's a beautiful day, the sun is out, we have some awesome empty roads, and we've got this sweet BMW Roadster with us. It's fantastic. This car we have is the M40i, and interesting fact, this BMW Z4 actually went around the Nürburgring quicker than the BMW M2. This car gets a 3-liter, 6-cylinder turbocharged engine with about 340 brake horsepower and 500 Newton meters of torque. Yeah, that's pretty fast. In fact, it's a very punchy engine, and it can race from 0 to 100 in just 4.4 seconds. Very impressive figures, and I can say it very clearly, I am very impressed with this car. The previous generation Z4 that I drove wasn't the best, but this one right here really excites me, and it really is a great performer, very fun car to drive. Now, we're on some very nice twisty sections right here, and I can say the car handles brilliantly. The steering is a little light for my liking, but I am nitpicking here. I mean, there's not much to complain about. If you want to look at a comparison, the Jaguar F-Type 2.0 in my opinion, was a much better handling car. The steering feedback and the responsiveness was much better. But this car is no slouch, as I said before. It went around the Nürburgring quicker than the BMW M2, and it handles really well. You just need to get used to it, and of course you have the 5 different driving modes. You've got Sport, Sport Plus, Comfort, Eco Pro, and Adaptive. I am always in Sport mode, and that means the acceleration is much more responsive. And of course, we have a much nicer overall driving experience. Really loving the way this car handles and the way it performs. The throttle response is perfect. And you just have a great time, especially when you have the top down. The exhaust note is fantastic. Also when you're in sport mode, it pops and it crackles. Really an overall pure driving joy, as BMW calls it. It's really, really fun. This car is priced at 80 lakh rupees. That is 15 lakhs more than the base version of this car, which gets the 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. So in my opinion, if you're going to spend that kind of money, you might as well spend the 15 lakhs more and get the M40i. You will not be disappointed. It's a great car, and I'm just loving pushing the throttle down and just, it's so much fun. It's so hard not to do that, but I'm trying to explain to you how this car drives, and look here. And so yeah, I can get distracted a few times, but yeah, this car is really, really fun. I love convertibles. Who doesn't? It's beautiful. People are going to look at you, and with the top down, they can see who's driving the car. So overall, yeah, there's nothing to complain about in terms of an experience. It offers you a great experience. When you're on the highway or in the city, obviously not as fun, but if you're in some nice twisty sections of road up here in the Navla, no traffic, great weather, you really can't go wrong with the BMW Z4. Another thing I really like about this car is that it's got a brilliant head-up display. And in fact, depending on what type of motor you're in, it changes. And well, right now in sport mode, it even shows me the rev counter, so I can see what my revs are like. And it's very sporty, very nice sporty touch to it. I love the steering wheel as well, the paddle shifters, and the seats are also very supportive, very nice. It's a great car. I mean, I've been smiling since I've been driving it. No doubt, I'm having a phenomenal time, and I just want to press down on that acceleration and just go for it. Oof, beautiful, having so much fun. So the BMW Z4 is not going to be someone's first car. In fact, this is going to be someone's third or fourth car because they can afford something that's like this. It's not an everyday commuter, it's just something to drive around that's fun every once in a while. Well, I'm not going to be able to afford one anytime soon. But since I have the car with me right now, I'm going to get back in and enjoy this awesome weather, because how often do you get to drive a nice convertible sports car in India? See you guys next time.
Well,